Yo, 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 what's up, guys? All right, so this is gonna be a live trade video, yeah. But I'm not gonna trade tonight because I am. I mean, I've already traded during Asia, and made some profits. If you see the previous video, so yeah, this is just gonna be me looking for a setup just to see and practice how the setup works and all that. All right, so going to the day, my bias is basically bearish. So yeah, if you can see on the 4 hour, we're just making lower lows, right? On the 1 hour, lower lows, right? Likewise, everything is just showing me we're making lower lows. So if I get a sell setup, that would be great. But if we get a buy setup, I won't be against it either. All right, so with that being said, I'm just gonna mark out a few more fair value gaps that I see and stuff. Alright, so as of now, we don't have anything much, so I'm gonna pause the recording and come back when there is something. Alright, so on the, what do you call that? On the 5 minute, right? I believe we had a tap on gold. Yeah, we had a tap on gold. We're gonna look for a setup. Hopefully, we get a setup. If we don't, then we're not taking any trades, but yeah, let's see. On NQ, we are forming a 5 minute, which is good, which is nice. Right, forming a 5 minute. Let's see how it reacts. Not gonna lie, gold also looks good. If we break this low here, we can take a trade, but this 5 minute has to be. I mean, this 5 minute fair value gap has to be respected. Alternatively, we can also take an aggressive entry of this fair value gap. Right, if we inverse this fair value gap, we can take that too. Let me also take a look at another thing. All right, cool. We have accumulation, manipulation, and this could be just distributing all the way. Let me take a look at goal also. Accumulation, manipulation, and it could be doing the distribution, right? So let's see. We could aim the Asia lows, but obviously we're not gonna aim that low. We're just gonna see what we can get, right? And right now, oh wait, what was I doing with this? Oh, cool. So right now, I believe gold has just blasted through our charts. NQ isn't though. NQ is still respecting. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, we don't have much to work with on NQ. We're still gonna wait for a proper setup to form. Alright, so it looks like we have a setup on Go. And this setup is a little weird because this is not a typical trade that I would take. Right, and it actually looks clean to me. We have SMTs and yeah, we got like a 2 candle SMT, right, on silver and gold. So most likely, right, most likely, but this is I would prefer a cleaner setup. Let me just take a look at NQ. Yeah, hopefully NQ gives me a cleaner setup. Gold, alright, gold just blasted through. If it closes above, then we don't have a trade. Yeah, we don't. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Alright, gold looks clean. Even yeah, NQ we still don't have anything. Gold looks clean, but looks like it might invalidate our 5-minute fair value gap. So we might not have an entry. Yeah, we don't have an entry. Alright, we don't have anything for gold as of now, but in the next 5 minutes, if this gets created, then we might have something. Other than that, nah, we don't have anything. Oh, I didn't mark this 15 though. The reason I marked it from here and not just the fair value gap is because there's a imbalance, right? There's an imbalance there. All right, cool. NQ looks clean. Uh, hmm. All right, if NQ breaks this, right, I might consider taking a trade. That is if it doesn't invalidate the 5-minute. We might invalidate it though. Yeah, we might invalidate it. But let's see, let's see. It's just accumulating. Alright, so right now we invalidated the 5-minute on NQ, so we don't have this 5-minute anymore. Cool, cool. Alright, let's see, let's see. If I get another setup, I will let you guys know. Alright, looks like we might not get anything on gold, but it looks like what's this called? NQ is creating a 5-minute FVG. And it's just nice with a new 4-hour candle, right? So within 3 seconds you're gonna see this change, and bam. Yeah. So this is like the most optimal, right? So we hope to accumulate here, manipulate into this 5 minute and distribute lower, right? We got our biases bearish. We have a continuation model from London. Everything is set. Even the 1 hour looks bearish, right? So yeah, let's see if I get a setup. All right, so technically we got a setup on gold, right? If you guys want, you guys can take it, but I'm not taking it because there is an imbalance here, right? So usually what I see in the market is when you see a break of structure, CISD with imbalance, right? It's like 8 times of 10 it doesn't work. 2 times out of 10 it might work, right? So I'm not risking that, right? So if you guys are gonna take the trade, that will be something like this, right? So it's something like that, but I have no trust that this is gonna work out. Where let's see on NQ tapped on the 5 minute, right? We had accumulation, we manipulated, and right now we are moving. We are moving and going down, and if we have a CISD we might take a trade, or even this break of structure, right? We could take the trade. So let's just see what happens.